Ice racing is like no other sport in the world. It's extremely grassroots. Doesn't cost much to get involved, but it's very difficult because Mother Nature is constantly throwing you a curve.
Be smooth, be patient. Patience is a virtue and it will make you go fast.
You can put a lot of money into horsepower and get beaten by a junkyard car.
The ever-changing environment, you've got to adapt to it very, very quickly to stay competitive.
There's no friendships when we start spinning tires.
We're a grassroots racing club. We like to come out on the ice and have fun racing cars wheel to wheel. Last night they came out with the truck and plowed the cars. It's excellent conditions for racing. We have to have 10 inches of solid ice. Today we have 17.
Two of us spent over a half hour trying to get the ice out. I couldn't believe how hard it was.
Everybody mounts some little white lights on top of the car so you can see them from the rear, but sometimes they go dark also.
Pretty low tech. This is a magnet. I plug it into the cigarette lighter and I'm legal. That and a fire extinguisher, some kind of a helmet, and you're in. This is a 1984 Mustang SVO.
Oh, it's my daily driver. Toyota Corolla, 1996.
I drive a 99 Dodge Neon.
It's a 93 Ford Festiva. What it's got in it is a 1.8 liter from a Ford Escort GT.
It's a 4-cylinder turbo, so it gives you a little lighter car for when you're running on really clear ice, but if you get some good traction, the turbo comes in handy.
Got a little 1.8 liter 4-cylinder front wheel drive. Drive back and forth to work every day, man, for about the last 8 years.
This is a 97 Honda Civic hatchback. We pulled the interior last weekend, just trying to go a little faster, trying to get it lighter to go around the turns better.
We started circle track racing in a Neon, and we found out that they're really cheap, so we started buying Neons, and we found this one. We pieced it back together and we brought it out here.
You know, there's a lot of rivalries.
There's always competitiveness. Everyone wants to beat each other.
Same principle as pavement racing, there's just less room to make an error.
You know, you get side by side with them, they're not going to try to bang you to take you out to get the position, but, you know, sometimes contact does happen. We're racing on ice, you know.
Interesting thing is, when it's really slippery and you're on glare ice and you hit somebody, there's hardly any damage because you're bouncing off of each other. You're not stuck to the pavement.
Jerky motions don't make you go fast. Sideways ain't fast. It's, you know, having smooth, fluent motion and, you know, a good throttle body on your foot. Connecting your head to your foot is probably the most important thing.
Going on the straightaway, going into the turn, I've seen 95 about the fastest I've been going into the turn.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know shit about ice racing, but so far, it just seems like go as hard as you can and then pull back from there. That's my strategy, at least.
As long as you hit the snow and you don't just mash the gas and spin the wheels, you'll be able to pull and that'll pass the other competitors.
That kid just keeps getting better. He's not surprising me, but he's awesome.
Track changes very quickly, actually. The corners slick off. You put an ice cube in your mouth and take it out and put it on the table and slide it. You'll get the idea of what the car's like when the track's slicked off.
Well, the kind of surprising thing is you want to make it as loosey-goosey as you can. So we took off all the disc brakes, the SVO suspension. We put on suspension just off a standard 4-cylinder Mustang, just weak springs. We put new shocks on and actually had to drill the nitrogen out of the shocks so they would become soft. Siping is huge, and it's a little different than the siping you do at tire rack. We actually do it by hand with a grooving iron that you'd use on a dirt track car. It puts edges on the tire. All the little corners are grabbing this relatively smooth surface. You do it right, when the tire rolls, it actually spreads out.
like fingers. And it's amazing. It's just amazing how much grip you can have without a stud.
I've learned a lot. When to be on the gas, off the gas, the car's sideways, how to save it so you don't overcorrect.
If it makes it through the day, I'll drive it to work on Monday.
Love to have more people come out. It's not expensive to get into. You need good tires and a dependable car, but not one that is the prettiest.
I want to make it to NASCAR or just make racing my job. Whether it's Grand Am or IndyCar or whatnot, I just want to race for a living.
You know, I'm 51 years old and I have not had this much excitement in a long, long time. It's great.
Catch all the latest auto enthusiast news at AutoWeek.com, in AutoWeek Magazine and iPad Edition. Talk with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at AutoWeek USA.